Ranger Warden build. Ranger, rogue baby.
What's going on, people? How y'all doing? Well, I'm on my Ranger. It's the Warden build. I turned him into a rogue, to be honest with you. I used the same build on Xbox back in the days, and it works lovely. It's beautiful. So I brought it over. I use the same one, but all I'm really doing with this guy is doing a legacy quest, because he's like my third one in line to get ranked up and put gear on him. So he's in queue. It's gonna be a while before I get to him, but I still want to show you the build. I go through everything with ease with this guy. So once again, it's the Warden. Just to show you, this is still adventuring gear. The only thing I really brought over is the new rings, because that's all they gave me when I did the heroic events with my cleric and wizard. You could even see my stats are not even that great, but it does the work. You've seen the videos. For just starting off, the build is great. Now my enchantments, of course, I share them through home, so I did a lot of hard work with my first character, so all my other characters have it easier. Mounts, same thing. I got lucky with the Zodar, ruthless efficiency to rank up my critical strike. And just to show you, look, I have no collars. I barely have anything. This guy has pretty much nothing. Just to show you guys. Companions, look, dog, look. The only thing I really got going on here is the Comtes and the Black Dragon, and they're not even maxed out. I'm telling you, I don't do no campaigns with them. All I'm doing is legacies. That's it. Now, here it is. Now, we're not even looking at the range, because once you switch to melee, we don't go back. There is no flipping and swap. There's no swapping around. So we're just reading the melees. Now, I'm using clear the ground, slice your enemies in a round area around you. So I pretty much do a little hurricane cyclone thing that damages all the mobs around me at the same time. And then I use Storm Strike for a single target. Strike your target with a series of heavy blows. The final strike combo causes the target to strike by lightning, dealing half magnitude lightning damage to nearby enemies, which is nice. So when I have a harder enemy, I use that, stun them, and then go back to my clear the ground. Now, you can use any of these encounters, but these are the three main ones I use. And I use hindering strike. It works very well. You do your encounter does like another circle. You do a little spin. That's hindering strike. You spin them around and you hit the whole mob. And then let's say if there's a cleric, NPC or a high rank NPC in the group, I use Marauder's Rush. So if he backed up, I could dash right to him, and this has a little bit of range. You're able to dash into him, so like you see yourself like boom, and you hit him. You're right on him. This isn't a build that you back up from like Marauder's Escape. No, this isn't escaping. You're rushing. You're charging. You can use Steel Breeze, you can use Rain, but like I said, I like Board Charge, and I use Board Charge when you see the NPC about to do a daily or a heavy attack or something. You could cancel that attack. So I use and I truck him. Like if I was Zach Thomas from the Dolphins, like from way back in the days, I just beat shoulder truck him. He's down. That's it. I just canceled his ability, and it does a little damage. But just like it says there, charge your enemy, and it affects knockdown. So this causes confusion, but it's also a hard strike. It does damage. Now you could use mostly any of these. I was using Snipe for a little bit, but now I use Sesame Shot. But I mostly use Call of the Storm. Call of the Storm, just like it says, raise your weapons to the sky, causing it to be struck by lightning, dealing damage to nearby enemies. Lightning enhanced enchanted weapons. Your attacks gain single additional lightning strike once per second. So every time I do my at wills, I just buffed my at wills. That's all this really does, and it works very well. Now class features, like I said, I'm running solo, just doing the quest. That's all I'm really doing. I'm not running no dungeons, no RAQ, no nothing. But if I was, I'll be using Aspect of the Pact, but I'm not using that. I'm using Blaze Storm. When you're dealing melee damage, you gain 20% chance to deal an additional 20% damage on your attack damage in your area around you. So, clear the ground, Hindering Strike, and Blade Storm go together. That's going to give me the boost. So, on top of that, I use Twin Blade Storm. Anytime you hit more than 2 enemies, deal an additional 8% damage. So, when I start off the group, when I see the group, I use Hindering Strike. So that Hindering Strike is going to give me 8% more damage. And then this class feature, the one that says deal more melee, 20% more for the area around you. That Hindering Strike is a spin, plus my at will, that's also a spin in an area around you. See, I matched them up. So I'm stacking my damage automatically. Before I even got to feature, I already got my class features, my counters, and at wills stacking each other, which is beautiful. So pretty much I stack my at wills just like the Bard. You're able to stack your at wills. Now features. Your melee encounter powers causes your range encounter powers to do 30%. That's causing you to switch. That is not good for this build. We are not switching. Once you switch, you might as well fast travel and come back, because you're going to lose all your buffs. Focus is the one I use. Each second you stay in melee stance, your melee attacks deal 4% more damage up to a total of 20% after 5 seconds. Each second you stay in range stance, now it's the opposite. So, but this one said stay. See, there's no swapping. You stay. So you got to, once you go into melee, don't press that button no more. Alright, Storm Recovery. This is the one I use. Using a range encounter reduces the other battle. Using a melee encounter reduces your other melee encounter cooldowns by 3%. So when I use Hindering Strike and I already used the other ones, my cooldowns go faster. Or once I use Hindering Strike, I use Board Charge or Marauder's Rush, my Hindering Strike cools down quicker. So it goes from 10 seconds to 7 seconds, and then by the time it kicks in, I'm already ready to just keep using my encounters. Now, Swiftness of the Fox. Your melee encounter power shortens the cooldown of your range weapon. See, now this is a switch. We're not switching. Blade Hurricane. Using a melee encounter power grants melee flurry for 3 seconds, doubling your melee at will damage. Using a range encounter, we're not even looking at the range, we're just doing melee. That's the one I use. Storm Conduit. Your lightning hits from the clear ground, electric shot, and split the sky. Call of the Storm, Cold Steel Hurricane, Storm Conduit to the target, increases the damage by the target. You can use any of these two, but this is the one I chose because it increases my at wills consistently. I don't have to use an encounter or a daily or something to enhance it. So automatically I'm already getting more damage. So, but you can use any of these two on this one. Skirmisher's Gambit. Your critical severity is increased by 10%. See, that's consistent. I like using the consistency. No matter if I want to switch and play with other encounters, my 10% will always be there. Now this one, To the Wind, throw caution grants an additional 5% damage boost. That means you have to stick with this encounter the whole time for it to apply, which wasn't bad. I used it before, but I like the 3 encounters I'm using the best. Enhanced conductivity. Call of the Storm now enhances your weapon with an additional 50 magnitude damage boost. I'm able to use it twice. So if it's full, it only uses half, and then I'm able to use it again. So, but when it gets halfway, I'm able to use my daily. So, which is very nice. I get to pull it out. I get to use it twice in the same succession. Now, Nature's Envoy. When you activate Forest Ghost, your power damage increased by 15% for 10 seconds, which that's this one. Like I said, I don't really use it. You can use it if you like, but this is the build I'm going with. I just wanted to share you guys what I use. You know, so when you're starting off, this is a great build to start off with. You can see that you get to stack up damage like crazy. And you see from the videos, I have no problem. From when I first start the character, I'm already selecting this set. As a matter of fact, I took a picture from the Xbox, and when I came here and I made it, I used the same ones. I was like, bloop, 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 done. And you see how it works. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. Now you see you can turn your Ranger into a Rogue. And there was a time in the past where the Ranger out-rogued the Rogue, but that was a long time ago. That's a different story. But thanks for watching. Till the next time. Peace.